Hitman is a story about an unlabeled man, but he has a barcode. That's because he is a product, or because the world is a store, where people scan each other with their eyes. It's named after the AK-47 caliber rifle that shoots silence. This is a scientific fact, published in the journal Popular Science. Hitman is a simulator of careful absence. The protagonist is bald, because hair textures are in excess. Hair is noise. He is the suppression of noise. This is not a contradiction. This is camouflage. In Hitman, you play as a man without a past, if you don't count his future. He was created by the Spectrum Corporation, like in Splinter Cell, where James Bond trained him to hide in closets. The closet is the most important philosophical object in the game. In the closet, a man exists and does not exist at the same time. It's a quantum wardrobe. If you close the door, the guard stops believing in ontology. 47 is the number of chromosomes of the perfect employee of the month. I checked. If you add one, you get 48, and that's already chess.
Get your hands off my chessboard.
He's bald to reflect excess thoughts. His head is a mirror for other people's panic. When NPCs look at him for too long, they begin to question their own reality. This is called AI-induced existential lag. Agent 47, as he's called in the brochures inside the game, moves through levels like a tourist in other people's biographies. He wears other people's suits and strips them of their future. A chef outfit turns him into a culinary critic of reality. A priest's robes give him access to other people's sins. A maid's uniform grants access to dirty laundry and an anime festival. The guard's uniform makes him a philosopher of the right to fire. However, sometimes guards recognize him even under the guard's uniform, because in Hitman, guards are metaphysical guards. They don't guard buildings. They guard the very possibility of remaining unseen. In this sense, the game is like The Witcher 4 Wild Hunt, where Geralt of Rivia is also bald, and also takes contracts on monsters. Only the monsters in Hitman wear ties, and invest in startups. A contract here isn't a quest. It's a sentence written in neat Helletica, sounding like a suppressed gunshot. Sans serif sans mercy. The gameplay is strange. You are given a huge level, an Italian city, a Paris fashion show, a space station in Marrakesh, and told kill one person, or two, or an idea. What I find impressive is how the game encourages patience. You stand in a closet for 20 real-time minutes, watching the target walk in circles. This isn't gameplay. It's Buddhism with a garrote. Stillness is a weapon. Patience is sharper than a knife. I once tried to complete a mission without killing anyone. It's impossible, because the game itself is already a time murder. Time in Hitman is elastic. You can stand for 10 minutes watching the target drink coffee, and that will be the strategy. The world lives on a schedule, like George Martin's 1451 novel. There too, everyone walked in circles, believing it was their choice. In Hitman, NPCs repeat their routes, because freedom is actually a pre-written script. The weirdest thing is the everydayness of NPCs. They repeat lines like they rechanting mantras from a guide to existence. I need to check this. Yes, you do. Always do. Duty is their only emotion. If you turn off the lights, they get scared at first, then forget why. This is not a bug. This is the memory model of a 21st century human. There are also accidents. You can arrange for the target to slip on some spilled oil and meet an electrical cable. Stumbling over it, then a safe falls on them. And from around the corner, Hitman appears in a bunny costume, laughing silently as is fitting. It all happens like someone had to do it, but no one asks why. Then both are hit by a truck, because a perfectly arranged accident doesn't spare anyone. You can eliminate a target with a banana. The banana is a weapon of mass slipperiness. In this sense, the game is closer to Super Mario than to shooters. Only here, You don't jump on heads, you adjust gravity to other people's biographies. I'm convinced that Hitman is a continuation of the GTA series. GTA 6, Silent Flows the Dawn, because there too, there was the chance to become nobody, and get 5 stars for it, but in a different order. Hitman is about being an absence in a room full of presences. It's about how, sometimes the loudest thing in the world is properly arranged, silence. Sometimes logic breaks. You can drown someone in a toilet in the middle of an elite reception, and no one will ask any questions if you wear the right suit. The suit solves more than the gun. Coins are miniature suns. You throw them, and guards spin around them like planets around a cheap center of the universe. This is astronomy for the poor. If you throw enough coins, you can build your own galaxy from distracted people. The easy way to get a Nobel Prize in distractionology. Use it. In the Dubai mission, it's the skyscraper from Die Hard. You climb higher than the clouds to lower someone below the railing. Height is simply the vertical form of morality. The higher the floor, the louder the argument falls. The game teaches gravity as a means of persuasion. In Dartmoor, you are a detective. That is a murderer, investigating a murder to commit another murder. It makes sense. Solve to dissolve. You interrogate NPCs with the face of someone who is already in the report. The game allows you to solve the case honestly, or pretend to be honest. Truth is optional content. Sometimes the game itself almost becomes honest. In Berlin, you don't know who your target is. You are the target. It's chess where all the pieces are kings. The music in the game is almost absent. Silence presses down like a perfectly ironed white shirt before an execution. Agent 47 moves smoothly, as if animated in Excel. Hitman teaches something strange. The world is a stage where everyone forgot the lines except you. You know where the chandelier will fall. You know who will drink the poisoned champagne. You know you can hide the body in the closet. Bodies fold neatly, like winter coats. The closet is a portal to non-existence. It accepts bodies without question, just like an archive accepts inconvenient documents. Close the door. Close the moral issue. Close and shut case. If the body is unseen, it does not exist. If the news didn't air, the event didn't happen. Silent assassin is the highest form of politeness. Kill so as not to disturb anyone. The politics of polite people, but with a tie. At the end of the mission, he leaves as calmly as if he just finished his shift. Maybe he really is. Just the employee of the month. The most silent department. The most stable staff turnover. The game about a killer turns out to be a game about form. About the suit, which is more important than the body. About the barcode, which is more important than the name. About the closet, which is more reliable than beliefs. I'm fully convinced this is a simulator of ethics, or cooking. Perhaps it's a training program for warehouse management. But if you close the closet door, it gets quiet. And silence is the loudest sound in this game.